Fisher? Mrs. Fisher? Telephone. It's your son.
Michael? Now you're coming? What did she tell you? She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. Who are you going to trust, Michael? Your own mother or some orderly you've never even met? I am not having trouble. There is nothing wrong with me. Don't rush back for the deathbed confession, because there won't be one. God forbid you come back because you want to see me. I'm doing what again? I am not trying to make you feel guilty. No, don't come. I don't want you to come. What is the hell wrong with you?
Mrs. Fisher?
You have to squeal to my son?
I didn't tell him any of the specifics.
Oh, of course you did.
I'm not lying. I told him I was worried that you might be a little confused, but I never mentioned...
But I told you.
Mrs. Fisher, what is the problem with your son coming? I thought you wanted him to come. You're always complaining that he doesn't care. And here he is caring, and all you can do is yell at him not to come.
Leave me alone.
Look, not everybody gets this chance. Don't you understand? There's no war or political situation separating you from your son.
You don't understand and don't know what you're talking about.
My mother, literally, physically, can't come to me, okay? She can't see where I live. She can't meet my friends. She'll never see me play cello as an adult.
My situation is complicated.
So is mine. Look, I know this is difficult for you, but this is an opportunity. This is a gift. Tell him about this man. Tell him about your life when you were young. If I were him, I'd want to know.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You don't understand, Menelik.
I understand perfectly well. I understand you're the most stubborn woman I've ever met in my life.
Michael's father is Ben-Ari. He doesn't know. No one knows.
Oh. Oh, wow. You haven't told anybody?
No one.
Not even your husband?
No. Don't ask. Don't tell.
You did it, Lil. You did it.
Ben? Ben? You're not leaving now, Ben?
Mrs. Fisher?
Ben? Don't let him go. Ben?
Mrs. Fisher? I'm going to get your medicine. I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
To get you some food. I can hear your stomach from here.
I'll come with you.
Don't be silly. It's freezing outside. Honestly, I'll be back soon. And you'll say, "G'nongshung Ben-Ari Adler, enough already."
Oh, no, I won't.
Come on. That play better be finished by the time I get back.
Ben? Ben? Don't let him go. Ben?
Mrs. Fisher?
You're going to survive this. I am? You are. You are.
saw him again?
Every night, you go to bed and you pray, dear, please God, just let me know where he is. Just let me know what happened to him. And then you begin to bargain. Even if he's not alive, just let me know. Even if he is alive and I'm not allowed to see him again, just let me know. And then, at some point, after months and years, you stop praying. Because you know there couldn't possibly be a God. And if there is, he's such a cruel one. You want nothing to do with him. And then, one day, maybe it's Tuesday, and maybe you took your husband to the train station. And then maybe your son stayed home from school because he wasn't feeling well. And you're in the dry cleaners. And you bump into Levi Levine. Levi Levine from the old country. Levi Levine, who survived the camps. And somehow, and he decided he had to live in America near the sea. Levi Levine, who somehow tells you your beloved ended up in the Warsaw Ghetto and died in the uprising. Such a mensch, he said. The last time I saw him, he was teaching the kids in the ghetto orphanage to put on a play. The world's going to shit, and he's putting on a play about Solomon and Sheba falling in love. Caused such a stir in the ghetto. Oh, such a mensch, such a loss. And your brain says, scream. Right there in the dry cleaners. Scream! Scream, says your brain. Fall down in a heap on the floor and never get up again. But you don't. You just stand there, smiling. And the dry cleaner, he hands you your husband's trousers and his flannel shirts. And you walk out the door without saying goodbye. And you get into the car and you put your dry cleaning in the back seat and you shout at your son for playing the radio and then you take him to a chocolate milkshake to make up for it.
And your family?
They're gone. All gone.
You're very brave, Mrs. Fisher.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm a terrible coward. I'm a terrible coward who just wants a mother. I'm 87 years old, and I just want my mom.
What can I do for you?
Menelik,
I'm here.
call my son.
Of course.
Tell him I'm sorry. Tell him.
Tell him what, Mrs. Fisher?
Call Michael.
Of course.
And call your mother. Thank you, Menelik. For what? For listening. Ben? Is that you, Ben? Ben?
You want to look inside the ark, don't you?
Ben?
You do, don't you?
No.
Yes, you do. I can see it in your eyes. You're completely curious.
I can't.
Oh, come on. You don't want to know the answer to the unanswerable question before you die and say ha to the old man in the synagogue when your dad was opening the ark.
You remember that?
Of course, Loka. We remember everything.